What's up, it's Sam Walker here with Ringside Intel, and let's talk about the latest news with Ryan Garcia. So Garcia's B sample from the April 20th win over Devin Haney has been tested, and it too has come back positive for ostarine. The results of the original A sample were released on May 1st, and Team Garcia has been waiting for this to figure out what the next step is. Of course, in typical Ryan Garcia fashion as of late, he hit a tweet and delete saying, and I quote, "I love steroids." Now, at some point, he probably realized this social media crash out that he's been going on now for some weeks wasn't the smartest move, because he very quickly deleted that, and soon after, an official statement was released. That statement reads as follows. Ryan Garcia is committed to clean and fair competition and has never intentionally used any banned substance. Soon after being notified of his positive test, Ryan voluntarily had his hair collected and shipped to Dr. Pascal Kentz, the foremost expert in toxicology and hair sample analysis. The results of Ryan's hair sample came back negative. This is consistent with contamination and demonstrably proves that Ryan had not ingested ostarine over a period of time, the only way he would have had any advantage whatsoever in the ring. Ryan has voluntarily submitted to tests throughout his career, which have always shown negative results. He also tested negative multiple times leading up to the fight against Haney. All of these factors, combined with his ultra-low levels from samples taken on April 19th and 20th in the billionth of a gram range, point to Ryan being a victim of supplement contamination and never receiving any performance-enhancing benefits from the microscopic amounts in his system. We are certain that one of the natural supplements Ryan was using in the lead-up to the fight will prove to be contaminated and are in the process of testing the supplements to determine the exact source. So obviously that was a far more eloquent statement that we've gotten from Ryan about this issue since that May 1st news broke that the test from the day before and the day of the fight came back with some adverse results. So the question is, now what? The New York State Athletic Commission is very likely to change the results of the bout either to a no contest or a full-on disqualification, which would then make Haney's record undefeated once again. He already retains his super lightweight title because Garcia did miss weight by 3 pounds, so he therefore was not eligible to win the belt in the first place, which is why obviously he did not walk away with that belt upon getting his hand raised. But we still have the course of due process. So obviously Team Garcia is not just taking this lying down and accepting that, okay, we've tested positive for this, and hold your hand out and expect that slap on the wrist and go about your day. No, it looks like they're going to fight this. If what we're hearing from the statement is true, that a hair sample is coming back with something to conflict with the narrative that Garcia just intentionally doped, then we've got something. We've got something which it may not change the result being reversed. It may not change the fact that he no longer will have that win on his record. But in the due process, he'll be able to present his evidence that it was a tainted supplement and therefore preserve some favor with the commission, which could reduce fines and suspension times. This is going to be a stain on his legacy, no matter what at this point, because there are just too many things that just feel out of whack. I mean, one, we have that 3-pound weight miss, which invalidated him from the title and put a damper on the win just in and of itself. But now these PED results, even if it's an accidental ingestion and he did not intentionally dope, now we have extra doubt cast on the fight. So no matter what, despite this being one of the biggest upsets we've seen in boxing in recent memory, it still isn't going to live up to what it could have been on his record. Now, he won't be the last fighter. He's definitely not the first fighter to take PEDs, whether it be accidental, whether it be on purpose, and continue some sort of career. Of course, we kind of hear about this more in MMA, that guys will be on these suspensions for doping and come back and fight and continue to have successful careers. Thinking of someone like a Sean O'Malley, for instance, who had his own issue with ostarine in particular. Then you look at someone like a Canelo Alvarez, who tested positive for clenbuterol, which derailed the Triple G fight, and it threw things a little bit off course, but he got right back. I think that's a very likely thing that's going to happen to Garcia. The fact that he was able to pull off such a big win and a real statement on his career, handing Devin Haney his first loss, he won't be able to capitalize on it like he otherwise would have had he come in weight, had this adverse result not show up in the test. We're talking about someone who would have pulled off a great upset, already has quite the following on social media, already sort of propped up and built to be a star, and this would just continue it. But that's not what's going to happen now. What's going to happen now is he's going to lose a lot of those opportunities. So what do you think? What should the punishment be for Ryan Garcia? Are you ready to cast him aside as a PED user, or are you willing to hear him out about this being a possible accidental ingestion? Let me know in the comments. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell that friend to tell 10 more friends. Stay locked into Ringside Intel. I'm Ant Walker. Peace.